Hi friends, Jamie here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some enrichment ideas that you could possibly do for your dog with things that you probably have around your house. This is my annoying little brother, aka my parents' dog, Trapper. He's going to be helping me out today. Such a big helper. One of the first things I wanted to talk to you about is something that we do a lot for our shelter dogs. It's called a snuffle mat. This is what it looks like when it's done. And what you use for that is just, you can get a basic sink mat that you can get. I get these at the Dollar Tree. You know, $1 a piece, you can't go wrong there. And then you can use any kind of fabric that you have around the house. Either, is this button in the way?
No.
Okay. Either I like to use just some of these cheap fleece throws that you can get at Walmart for like $2.50. I like to get a solid color and then like multicolor one, I guess. Just makes it a little bit more fun. So this one I did with a navy blue and some other colors here. You can see on the back it's just basically just tied. You just tie it around. So I was going to start this one and kind of show you. You just cut it in strips. You can use the fleece throws like I do. You can use old towels, old t-shirts, you know, whatever you have around the house. And the reason that I'm showing you this is specifically so you don't need to go out and buy these things. These should be things that you either have around the house or they can wait. I'm not advising you to go out and buy these things at this point. You know, going to stay home as much as possible. So with a sink mat, and then you just cut the strips however long and however wide you want to, and then you just literally tie them in knots. Super easy. And don't worry if you don't cut in a straight line or anything like that. The dogs don't care. So that's literally all you do, over and over and over again. It takes a while, it takes up quite a bit of time, so if you're looking for something to do instead of twiddling your thumbs at home, this is something that you could do really quite easily. So I usually cut these things up and then just watch a movie and tie a bunch of knots together, and this is what it ends up being. We like to use these for our shelter dogs. Like I said, it's kind of an enrichment. It's just something different that they can do. Dogs, you know, when they were out in the wild, they would have to rummage for their food and, you know, rut around in things to find and scavenge food. So it just kind of uses a different part of their brain instead of just eating out of a bowl every day, which can be kind of boring. What you do is, and this is one I use, I can cut if you cut these into fourths, you can also use them for either small dogs or cats too. Use those for some of them at the shelter. Trappy, come here. So what you do then to use it is you just stick some pieces around so that they have to actually use their nose to find the pieces. Look, there's food. There's food in there. So they have to kind of snuffle around, and this also helps if you have a dog that totally scarfs their food. This kind of slows them down a little bit, makes them have to, you know, chew their food and actually digest it instead of just scarfing it down. So this is the snuffle mat. I just want to say again, if you don't have these things at home, don't just rush out to the Dollar Tree just to get sink mats. We want you to stay at home, stay safe at home. So these are just some ideas of things that you can do at home. Another idea is just taking a regular towel and sprinkling some food throughout it and rolling it up. And these are things that you should always be around to monitor your dog when you're doing. We don't want, you know, a dog to get bored and just start chewing on these and then they swallow them and get a blockage, and then that's a big expensive emergency surgery, and we don't want to do that. So these are things you should always kind of be able to supervise your dog when they're doing. Okay, can we move on from the snuffles? Okay, we'll go back to that. You want to try this? You see? See if you can figure it out. So that's another way they can just, something a little fun. Some dogs don't figure it out. Trapper, are you some dogs? You might be some dogs. But that's okay. Just come up with different ideas, fun things that you can do with your dog around the house. It'll entertain you and it'll entertain your dog. Where did I put the food? Oh, here we go. Another thing is just take a tin, put some food in there. It's just kind of another way to challenge your dog. You can also make it a little bit harder by putting balls in there so that they have to nose the balls out to then eat the food. Hey, are you figuring it out? Cool. You want to try that? Good boy. Can you move the balls? Can you figure it out? What a good boy. You figure out how to move the balls and get more? There's more. There's more under the balls. Can you move them? Good job! Yay! You figured it out. So you can also kind of adapt these and do some of these for your cats too. It's kind of fun. It's just a bonding thing that you can do and enrichment for them and something for you to do if you're at home and bored. So, yeah, so just have fun with your dog while you can. You know, this is a very chaotic time where a lot of things are kind of out of our control, but the one thing that we can control is ourselves and our own behaviors and movements. So please stay at home, play with your animals. If you don't have animals, you know, feel free to make some of these snuffle mats or things like that and donate them to your local shelter too. I know we always really appreciate when we get enrichment toys for our shelter dogs and cats too. So stay home, stay safe, and let's hope everything goes back to somewhat normal sometime soon. But in the meantime, everybody please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay home.